I'm Duan. Welcome to PD Tech for another professional guide.
And I'm Peter. If you find these systems a struggle, remember PD Tech offers full-service bookkeeping tailored for NZ trades.
Watch this video to learn how to create a credit note to reconcile to a supplier refund through the bank. Click Purchases, then select Bills. Click the New Bill drop-down and choose New Credit Note. First, enter the supplier name in the From field and select them from the list. Enter the date of the credit note in the Date field. We'll enter 14th of July for this example. Then, add an optional reference to easily identify the credit note. For example, we'll enter the reference of the original bill the credit note relates to. You can attach documents, like a copy of the supplier paperwork, to the credit note in Xero using the file icon. Next, enter the details of the credit note. In this example, we paid up front for catering at a photo shoot, but the service was not as expected, so the caterer offered a partial refund as a goodwill gesture. We'll add a description so we know the reason for the refund. Let's enter goodwill refund for poor catering service at photo shoot on the 10th of July. Then, add the quantity and unit price to match the credit note from the supplier. Next, we'll choose the account where we categorize the original expense and check the tax rate is correct. Once you've completed the credit note fields, click Approve. Now we need to ensure we can allocate the bank receipt for the refund to the credit note when it appears on the bank statement. To do this, we need to complete the Receive a Cash Refund section at the bottom of the approved credit note. First, check the amount is correct. Xero defaults to the credit note total. If you'll receive a partial refund, change the amount to match the value of the cash refund. Then, enter the date of the refund. Next, select the bank account the supplier will pay the refund into using the Paid To drop-down. It's important to choose the correct bank account. Otherwise, you won't be able to match the bank statement line to this transaction in Xero. Enter an optional reference, for example, cash refund. Finally, click Add Refund to save the cash refund to the credit note. You'll find the refunded credit note in the Paid tab of the Bills page. When you reconcile the bank, you should see a matched statement line for the receipt for the credit note. Now you're ready to reconcile the supplier refund to the credit note in the bank reconciliation.